Good morning. It is Monday, May 18th, 2020. My name is Terry Morgan. This is my cat, Shin. There she is. Hi. And we're here to practice Wudang Taiji. I started a series last week to cover cloud hands, which includes some fundamental exercises and some fundamental energies for Tai Chi practice and for application. So we're going to review that and continue with that practice of cloud hands from our Wudang Taiji. Most of this week, actually, it's a pretty important exercise, and it's something that can be practiced fairly easily compared to, and I mentioned this before, compared to practicing the entire form. This is one exercise, so it's easier to pick up, it's easier to learn, and it has considerable value for anyone who is interested in any level of Tai Chi practice. So we're going to continue with that. Morning. One more little thing, I'm going to talk about this. Over the weekend, I made some videos. Need to do some editing, need to get a couple of things cleaned up, but I have recorded 5 versions. Yeah, deliberately 5 versions of the first part of Wudang Taiji. And as I get those edited and get them posted, I'll have explanations and things on my website, as well as, because they're going to be posted up on YouTube once I get them edited. So there'll be some, I think there's an automatic announcement for my subscribers, and of course I'm going to promote that as well. What I've done is to try, and I still need to review these, so to try to emphasize 4 key strengths in Tai Chi practice. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about this because we'll do a little bit this morning. So in most of my experience, there's been some discussion of a concept called fajing. It's a fajing. Fa means to send out, deliver, express. It's going. Alright? Fa guanggao, I'm going to distribute an advertisement. Guanggao is an advertisement. Fa guanggao. Everybody wants to get the advertisement. Sure you do. So I'm going to send that out. I might fa xin, send a letter. So fa xin, fa zhi, fa jing, fa zhi, send out the energy. Right? A lot of stuff in Tai Chi talks about this, and I'm going to review this in a second. My eyes gave me some trouble this morning. Just itchy, no major thing. So the other 3 that I covered, Kong, Hua, and Ting, are also extremely important, and with the exception of Ting, often overlooked. Kong means to empty. Kongzhi, empty strength. It sounds odd until you understand part of what it's doing. If For example, someone was to grab me and I use empty strength, I can be not there. There's nothing for them to grab. I'm gone. Right? And it's not easy, but it's not that difficult. Right? Huajer, dissolving or melting, changing, is probably one of the most fundamental skills in Tai Chi. I've talked about this in the transition of weight from one place to another. You're transforming where your weight is, you're changing it, and it really should feel like that sand in an hourglass dissolving kind of strength. Using this means taking something that might be soft and making it into something that could be much stronger. It means taking something that's hard and dissolving it. Stuff like this is fundamental for comic books and superheroes. These are the superpowers, right? These are things that you can do within the art, that are skills that the art teaches. So we talked about Fa, Hua, Kong, Ting, listening. Listening is more than just I'm going to use my ear and I'm going to listen, although that is very important. Listening has more to do with sensing whatever is going on around you. It is a skill that lets you hear what a person is saying without them having spoken. It gives you that sense of what's really going on versus what somebody may be saying, right? It's a very penetrating skill. If you're trying to talk about this for a second. And yeah, I'm going to put the coffee down and start moving. Okay. So if you're trying to find someone else's center, right? When you push hands, I'm going to look for somebody else's center. I'm not going to use my eyes to find it. I'm going to use my hand. Because we're talking about competition now. In competition, we'd be connected here. And so I'm going to use this. I'm going to use my hand. And my skill in listening through touch to find that person's center, if I can, depends on how good they are, and move it to somewhere else so that they go somewhere else. I get the point. Yay me. All right, so this listening skill extends to not only through touch, but through all of your senses, so that your perception of not only sound, but that feeling. You ever walk into your friend's home and grandma has come over and she's decided she's going to cook. And she's a good cook. And you walk in the door, and there's people sitting around, and the grandma's in the kitchen, and mom and a couple of aunts are out there, and everybody's cooking something. There's, TV, games going on for the kids. The house smells wonderful. And the energy in the house is vibrant and buoyant, and everybody's happy. And it smells really good, right? That experience gives you the sense of what danger can be. Okay? And I deliberately chose a very positive image, right? Okay? You can think about that. You think about what grandma's cooking out there. Right. All right. You're smelling the aroma. You're listening to the sounds in the room, and you're using more than just your eyes and your ears and your nose to understand what is going on in that room. Danger. The application of that, of course, is if you have a situation where you might need to defend yourself, knowing what's going on and paying attention to your surroundings may give you the opportunity to leave before something happens, and that would be ideal. All right, so we're just going to start with real slow, easy cloud hands. So feet a little bit wider than shoulder width, right? You want to be able to sink just a little bit. I'm not going all the way down this morning. I want to pay attention to the upper body today. Okay, so as the right hand comes up, it starts a turn that carries to the right side. Now, where does my hand really go? What's going on with my arm, right? I'm using my right arm here. Where does it go? That's it. It doesn't go over here, and it doesn't really go over here, although that's what it looks like. So my hand throughout is within my upper body frame, right? So waist, lower body, waist, upper body, slice it down the middle. I've got half on this side, and I've got the extent over here, just the other side of my arm, right? So this is my box right here. That's where my arms go. What happens in addition to what I'm doing with my arms is waist, shoulders, everything else turns. So just legs gets me to here. By adding the waist, I get over to here, right? So what you want is that sense of through the whole body, here we go, and come out the hand. Up, around, and out. Same thing on the other side, right? Let me turn around, follow. Feet about shoulder width apart. Bend the knees a little bit. Shake the hands, shake the arms. Loosen up the shoulders, right? Alright, and we're going to start with the right hand. So the right hand goes to the left shoulder. Sink. Turn. Left hand comes up to the right shoulder. Turn. And change hands. Turn. Right hand down, left hand up. Turn. Left hand down, right hand up. Sink into the right leg. Turn. Right hand down, left hand up. Sink into the left leg. Turn. Right hand, right leg. Turn. Left hand, sink into the left leg. Turn. One more time. Left hand down, right hand up. Sink into the right leg as you turn through. Left hand down, or excuse me, right hand down, left hand up. Turn. And come center. Okay, so, hey, cat, don't do that. Don't do that. Let me stop her tearing up my furniture over here. Don't do that. You're going to go out in a minute. You're going to go out in a minute. Yeah. She wants to go out. So, yeah, I would like to go out. I really would. There's birds and things out there that are calling to me. All right, so with clown hands, we're here. So right hand up, left hand down. Left hand up, right hand down. Okay? Now, I have spoken about this idea that we have Peng, Ji, Lu, An, right? Peng, Ji, Lu, An. These are the 4 cardinal directions. We have the 4 angular directions. 8 directions plus the 5 elements is the 13 postures of Tai Chi. Within Peng, Lu, Ji, An, Peng, Ji, Lu, An. Within these 4, we have key elements of force that we can use with whichever Tai Chi system you happen to be practicing. Okay, I'm using Wudang Tai Chi as my example. There are some special things that we have with Wudang Tai Chi that I've not seen in other systems, so yeah, I'm partial. I have taught this exercise for Yang Style Tai Chi. Very effective. Very effective. Alright, so it's not necessary that you pay attention to, well, she's doing this move this way, and in our system we're going to do it this other way. Fine, go ahead. If your balance and placement are correct, if your root is correct, if your breathing is correct, if your direction of force is correct for your system, and you're actively applying any of the energies that you might be able to use, go for it. Cool. Let me watch. If those things are not all present, there's something missing and needs more work. Okay? I'm going to talk about a couple of little basic things here with what we're doing. Alright? Now, I talked about this body alignment, and I think you can see it when I'm turned around, but I'm going to do this again anyway. Pay attention to where my shoulders are and where my hands are, right? I am not going to move anything other than my arms. I'm going to try and keep my shoulders still, but there's going to be a little bit there, right? Cloud hands, I'm only moving my arms. Okay, I think you get the point, right? Here's my frame. So when you're turning, right? A lot more to it. Whole body. It's not enough to be able to move a certain part of your body. Hands, for example, which is what we're working on today. And that's not enough. It goes, you have to put it all back together. So let me say this in a different way. In order to learn how to move certain parts of your body, how to do certain kinds of movements, you have to isolate those body parts. You have to connect with those muscles in that area and learn where they are. There is no other way to do it. At some point, you have to be able to reintegrate that so that you're no longer moving those individual parts, but that your body parts are moving together as an integrated whole. I'm talking way too much today. All right. Okay. One of the things that I haven't talked about yet. So I've talked about, and we have this idea, this Peng, Ji, Lu, An, as part of cloud hands, right? Both on left side, right side, okay? We also need to pay attention to what else is going on or what else might be going on, right? So I'm going to ask you to pay attention to my lower hand, whichever one that might be. All right, I'm here. 3 guesses what I'm protecting. I also have an opportunity here to come up and under. Okay, so somebody is going to try to kick me. Come from here. This leg. Bye. The opportunity presents itself. You might as well use it, right? But it's so as I'm turning. Right? If I'm staying here, I got my nose here and a groin here, and this will cover most of the middle. Still there. All right, so where you put your foot, where you put your knee, your hip, shoulder, elbow, wrist, your head, right? All of that should be in good alignment. I'm going to turn and go to this side. Come with me if you'd like, follow along. My goal here is, and I'm going to turn around and go the other side. Okay, so my goal here, I've shown how this exercise looks from the front and the back, and I'm going to do that again as soon as I finish this set. And so I want to show it from left side, right side, so that there is the potential for a 3D picture. So somebody's watching, you want to learn this, you say, well, you know, I can't quite get that by just looking at the front. And I can't quite get that by just looking at the back. So we can give you some options here. All right, so feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width. All right, this is me straight. This is me bending. Right side, turn. Alright, face the other way. Same set. If you can find your footprints in the carpet, go for it. I used to practice on the beach, and I would look for my footprints in the sand and try to, another story. And I'm going to turn around. And one more. Notice a couple things. Notice that as I'm turning, I've twisted my whole body into that turn, right? I'm going to exaggerate. This is not correct. This is exaggerating. Right? That's an exaggeration. That's not correct. But it shows externally part of what's going on inside. So you really do want this kind of spiral as you go up. It's not, this is, for Wudang Tai Chi, it's a spiral, all right? For Yang Style Tai Chi, it's a circle. All right? Yang Style Tai Chi. I'm here. The turn is very much in the waist and the hips. And there's a good emphasis, good solid emphasis on the middle back. All right? Legs got to be there, hips, everything has to work together. But this is incorrect for Yang Style Tai Chi. If I saw somebody do that in Yang Style Tai Chi, I would ask them where they learned it. Alright? If I see somebody doing something they say is from Wudang, there are also several systems, several different systems. There are certain characteristics that I'm going to look for. Use of the legs is going to be one of them. We do a lot of leg work. We do. And I'm going to be teaching some methods for that. Alright, so for cloud hands, I'm here. As I begin my turn, I'm already settling into this leg. I really feel like it's inside. It's not, this is not, oh, I'm doing this. This is inside. I want to feel that I've really added weight and energy to this leg. As if I've pushed from here into here, which is exactly what I'm doing. Alright? So, right here, this needs to be engaged. Engage the heel, the back of the leg, through the hip. Right here. Right here. As you turn here, raise up through the center of the body. So, because you're going to move it. Alright? Raise up through the hip and sink more. As you turn here, think about that spiral. Twist. And down. It takes a bit of work. The kinds of things that I'm talking about have application to most Tai Chi practice and some practices that are related, the internal arts, so Bagua, Xingyi, Liu Bafa, some and other internal arts that are using these same kinds of energies. So using Peng, using Yu, that's much more common, right? The energy that you have with us in the internal arts is oftentimes much more important than the particular technique that you're using to channel that energy. It's a real cliche, right? But go back to the 60s and Bruce Lee is on the island and they're going to go to fight and he's out practicing and he's teaching the young guy and he's, no, this finger pointing at the moon. It's not the specific technique necessarily. It's what you learn by practicing those techniques. Yeah, I went meta on that, but I thank you for coming today. I hope this was informative. I hope that my being a chatterbox this morning wasn't interfering with anything that you were hoping to get out of my class. I will be here tomorrow and Wednesday. with a continuation of cloud hands, and we'll do some additional practice exercises for cloud hands. Thanks for coming today.